Mike Marlowe, he's the owner of Veteran Home Inspections here in San Antonio, and he's been on the show before, and I definitely recommend checking out his YouTube channel, Veteran Home Inspections, or you can find some of his videos on HomeBuyerTalkRadio.com and click on our YouTube link from there. Mike, it seems pretty obvious to me that people are enjoying your video series because it's getting a lot of views, over 10,000 in the last week and a half or so that you've been on the show. And then the likes are pouring in too. So it's not just that it's being watched, but they're also liking what you're doing. So I'm excited to have you back on the show.
Yeah.
Getting to be a regular star. So obviously humans make mistakes, right, when it comes to, and pre-pour. Carrie, I know you're going to agree with me on this with your background in construction, and Tim, you as well. But having a pre-pour inspection done, not by the city or the county, but by a knowledgeable, right, independent person that can oversee the whole process, would that be valuable or not?
Definitely.
Absolutely.
This is the foundation to your home.
And does it cost thousands of dollars to get this thing done?
Nah, I wish.
What is well, what does it cost to get a...
We start at $250 on a foundation inspection.
Yes, that's not anything. That's pretty dang cheap to get those extra set of eyes on that. So tell me real quick, why is it important for folks, for homeowners, people who are building a house, to get a pre-pour inspection done?
But this is the last chance to inspect how the foundation is set up on your house before they cover it up with concrete.
And it's more expensive to fix the mistakes, right?
Yeah, it gets real expensive to fix mistakes when you got to go through concrete.
What kind of mistakes are you finding out on these pre-pour inspections?
The biggest things, missing reinforcement, be it rebar or post-tension cables, or not run correctly, not supported correctly. That's probably the biggest one that we find.
Yeah, Tim was nodding his head over there as well.
Yeah.
It's like, that's kind of a big deal, right? There's the rebar, and then there's the tension cables, right?
Yep, depending on the type of slab that they're building, you may or may not have the post-tension cables. Almost all of them have some form of rebar. It may just not be as much if it's a post-tension.
Gotcha.
So, but the other things, your drain lines that are in the slab are already set when we're going out there. And we have to make sure that they are set correctly, that they're flowing downhill, because if they're flowing uphill, that's a really, really expensive fix.
Oh my gosh! Yes.
And your drains are just not going to work, and it's going to be bad all around. We're looking at the vapor barrier, which is the plastic that they've set down over the earth underneath your foundation. We're looking to make sure that it's sealed, it's not torn. These are guys, they're working on this, walking all over it, setting the rebar. It's going to get torn. We understand that. But you need to go back and retape it with, appropriate tape to make sure that everything's sealed up.
Yeah, that would be a big deal. So if moisture's coming through the barrier into the concrete, what kind of bad stuff happens there?
Well, concrete is not waterproof.
Right.
Water will move through it either as a liquid or a vapor. And if you have those nice hardwood floors set down
there you go.
On top of your concrete, and you don't have a vapor barrier between the concrete and the hardwood floors, and you start getting moisture moving up, then your floors are going to start warping and
mold
decaying.
too, right?
And mold. God,
yeah,
yes.
there was a street on the northwest side with a builder where that whole street, they didn't do the vapor barrier, and then 3-4 years later, everybody had these moisture issues of moisture coming through the floor. And at that point, you're stuck. The reason why this is such an important thing, if you can at all do it, is, like the roof is really important. If somebody messes up your roof, you put on a new roof. It's a financial burden, but at the end of the day, it's not an enormous headache. When you have to get a foundation repair done, it is a nightmare. We got the foundation repaired on our second house that we bought, and there was just dust all over our house for months. It is not an easy thing to get repaired, and that's why I think it's so important to make sure you get these done.
Yeah, for as little as $250. That's a no-brainer right there. So give me one other thing that you find quite often.
Loose soil. So we actually walk across the soil that's going to be under your house, and we're looking to make sure that it is compacted. We've had occasions where doing work on houses, when we're consulting on that, and they go through the slab to change out some plumbing, and we find that the soil is actually about a 6 inches to a foot below the bottom of the slab, because it's settled over the years. So if it's not compacted beforehand, it's going to settle.
And what kind of problems is that going to cause?
It can cause the
Drainage?
Foundation to drop.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
So
Yeah.
the middle of the foundation to just collapse. We've seen that, especially that happens a lot with plumbing leaks inside too.
Wow.
So if you get a plumbing leak like in the middle of the house and everything washes out underneath it and the slab just collapses underneath.
That sounds expensive.
Tunnels under your house to fix it.
That's very expensive. So.
Yeah, foundation repairs are not fun.
Yeah.
Well, Mike, if folks want to get in touch with you, get a foundation inspection done, how should they do that?
Okay, phone number is 210-202-1974. That's our office. Call anytime, 24/7, answered by a live person. And you can also book online or contact us at VHILLC.com. That's Veteran Home Inspections LLC.com. So.
All right, awesome. Thanks, Mike.